Okay, well, I'll do this quickly. This is video 2. That's probably a lie. I'm very nervous. I keep fucking this up. The observer pattern is probably best seen within the grid. I can pull that back up. Grid properly registers and removes references to the various mushrooms, and it can notify it to, say, change the poison status with the scorpion, and the mushroom can re-reference back to the grid. Every mushroom that's created has a grid reference. So the factory pattern, let's start with the flea factory because it's the first one I made. The factory is a singleton, as it should be. I'll use a different class for the singleton later. It has the terminate, recycle, and create fleas, and I just reference the prime factors. The flea factory uses just whenever it's created, it checks if the stack's empty, because that's a stack for pools. And if it is, you create a new flea, and if it's not, you pop one off and initialize it with new values. I'll show you that now. Say with the explosion factory, or can't use the explosion factory like that. I'll see that real quick. So the fleas you created with new fleas, they go down, and then when you recreate fleas, it does it with old fleas. So now when I escape, it properly goes through the stack of fleas and slowly deletes them all. So they clean up their own object pools using the destructor. I'm going to unbreak that so we no longer have to see that every time I escape in the video. Let's stop that. So the singleton pattern, I think outside of the factories, the main use for my singleton patterns are the various critter managers. So I'm going to open up my centipede manager just because it's somewhat complex and referenced a lot. So it is a singleton, it has the correct pointer instances. It's not a static class, the class is normal. All the public functions are just immediately call the private functions as they're supposed to in a singleton. The commands are created once only. Oh, sorry. Now, as far as sorry, that was command pattern. Sorry, I'm reading the wrong part of the document. Okay, so that's the singleton. The command pattern is probably best shown in the score manager or the sound manager, as it says right there. So let's see. Let's go to sounds, or maybe score. I've done more individual things with the score manager. So the score manager is a command pattern. It has its own. Sorry, I'm feeling bad. It has its own. Factory and object pool. The command. Sorry, I'm just very nervous. The commands are executed. Let's see, where do I go for that? Or is I have all the score things now? Sorry about that. So the basic score just has the execute function as it's supposed to, and then all these things use the execute with these various values. Okay, so as far as the finite state machine goes, I used it for the head and body segments, so let's quickly pull those up. I don't know why I'm closing those. So my centipede just still has a base class, and the head uses the finite state machine. Here are a list of, this is my base class. It's named slightly improperly because of how it was working, but this is a base class. It's just got the values and get commands with values, as well as a blank overridable for the get next state. So open up a random state, let's open up just like this state. So the states just check certain values, so that way you don't have to check every value and everything, and it goes to the next state based on that. So the values checked is, let's say this is the left down, so it's moving left with the next state being some kind of down. Usually, except for up to right. So if it's at the bottom, it goes up. Otherwise, it goes down to the next row. If there's a mushroom, it also goes down or up based on what column it's at. Or if it's a mushroom, poison mushroom, it just goes all the way down to the bottom, because the poison state only stops at the bottom. Switching between left to down and right to down. The state machine itself. Let's actually open up the C head to show how that works. So inside the update, every 16 spaces, essentially when it's in a grid space, it sends its current state down, so it can so all the bodies can follow and they don't have to do it themselves. And it changes the current state with the get next state function, as I showed within the left down, or say any of them. They all have a next state thing. So all of the states themselves only exist once, and then are just referenced with that, the static pointers. And then observe a pattern we already did. So that's all of those patterns. Explosions do exist. I don't know if I showed those in the first video, so I'll just do that real quick. Let's see if I just pull a flea down, shoot it once, twice, it shows an explosion. Everything else also explodes when it dies. Oh, I didn't show the blaster dying to the centipede, so I'll just do that right quick. And I'll show the fact that the mushrooms refresh and the lives go. That's a small problem I'm running into. It came up as a result of some of my mushroom factory, so it's very last minute, and I haven't had time to look it over. So it's actually just send the flea down so I can quickly kill myself, because the centipede takes forever. Send it down to me. So the blaster refreshes, the life goes down, and a new centipede is sent out. And all the centipedes are destroyed, because inside the managers, I have all of the, it started out with the queue, so the words are wrong, but I have a owner set segments, and whenever one's destroyed, it's removed the set, or when the blaster is destroyed, or a wave changes, all of the current critters, including the centipede, is destroyed. Okay, all these things just seem to be more things. Those are the critters. Okay, so that seems to be, god damn it, that seems to be everything. Thank you for watching these videos. All I can hope for is that, I get a grade, don't fail this class, and everything doesn't go to shit. So thank you. Have a great day.